Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to another awesome episode of how to double your FPS in Rust. Now, today I'm super excited because it's a complete update on how to double your FPS. Going off my success of my last video, I thought I'd do another one. So this is completely updated. So what you do straight away is you press F2. This will bring you up to the graphical overlay. Okay, I'm just in a random server right now that's just playing Battle Royale, just so then we can actually get real life performance. So you can see right here, I'm hitting 49 frames per second. Let's not see. I've got a 60 FPS screen, so a 60 Hz screen, so I can see up to 60 frames per second. So that's the goal I'm going to hit. Bear in mind I'm recording right now, guys, so it is taking a little bit off. But anyway, let's not go straight into that, and let's go straight into this. So, in graphics, as you can see, I've got everything more or less turned up, water quality and all that, okay? So, what we want to do is we want to turn water quality up, okay? Water quality doesn't affect anything. That is something I learned last time I did one of these videos. But if you turn the graphics quality down just a little bit, okay, let's see what kind of benefits it has, okay. So 48 frames per second, does it have any more? 33, 31, 36, yeah. So if you turn down graphics quality by a bit, nothing really deteriorates in the back. You can see all that, and it's kind of giving us a little bit of a boost. If I turn it down again, okay, is it giving us any more of a boost? Any more of a boost? 49 frames per second, 50 frames per second. If I turn it up again, does it change? Yeah, just a little bit. Oh, there's a lot of noise. But you can see in the background there all the trees and stuff, so make sure you're watching that when you move it. So you can see as you turn it all the way down, it kind of freezes a little bit, which is strange. But look at that, it doesn't really take too much off, and you're getting a small boost in performance. So you want to leave this between 1 and 2. As you can see, it doesn't give too much of performance. The only kind of performance it has is on this tree here, which I can see. Turn that all the way, it looks like that. If you turn it down to 3, it looks extremely similar from that to that. So I'm going to turn that down to about 2, and it's going to keep on saving this performance because you want this to be as high as possible. Oh, looks like we're joining this random guy right now. Okay, so terrain quality, does this have any effect on FPS? Let's turn this all the way down. Oh my god, it looks absolutely atrocious. And no, not really. It doesn't have much FPS hit, so we can turn that all the way up and we shouldn't have to worry about a thing. Oh, maybe a little bit. Oh, but there is a gunfire on now. Oh god. So guys, the reason wow, he just got on. So the reason why I have gone for a live kind of feed like this rather than just looking at something is because I want this to be a true FPS test, because obviously we all know that FPS bounces up and down, so I want to get the kind of like the medium, the middle ground on the FPS to make sure it's as stable as possible. This is why we got this action thing going on live right now. Okay, so let's turn the grass quality down. Does the grass quality turn anything? No. Oh, maybe a little bit. Okay, let's turn this up. What changes in grass? What changes in grass? Nothing overly spectacular, to be honest with you. So we can turn this all the way down. Oh, I'm in a bush now. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so what we can do is we can look at this number still, and we're getting between 30 and 40 FPS with the grass a little bit. Okay, so let's turn this down again. Does anything change? Okay, 41. About 41 frames per second, so I would say on the most note it doesn't really change, and I don't know really what you're getting bang for your buck either, because I turn this up and down and look at the grass to the side. There is really minimalistic differences, to be honest with you. I think it looks better like that, to be honest with you. I mean, look at that, you get more grass over there. It looks pretty sick if you do that. I know it all kind of trims up a bit, but it doesn't look as good. Interesting. So let's just turn this down and keep grass quality to that, because no, that looks more better to me. Okay, now decal quality wouldn't change anything. It is literally just how many flowers you can see in the grass, etc. Okay, so we can turn that up. You won't lose any frames per second whatsoever. Okay, effects. As you can see, I've got all my effects turned on. Okay, so the first thing I always do is turn off the ambient occlusion. Okay, that should help save you a couple of FPS, which is gives you a small boost. Okay, anti-aliasing from last time, it doesn't really affect anything as such, so that is on or off, completely your preference. High quality bloom, again, let's turn this on and off. It is a bit laggy in the background, I do apologise. Okay, so does that change anything there? Turn it on. Oh, 38 dips, 45, yeah. So turn off high quality boom, and as you can see in the background here, it doesn't really change much of anything. Okay, now, lens dirt. Turn this off. Again, I think this is more for overlay of the screen than anything. It won't really affect anything in-game performance. Okay, so I can't get my words out today. Sun shafts. Okay, so let's turn this off and wait for this to go down. Go down. There we go. Sun shafts, does that change anything? So turning it on, 44 frames per second, 45. Turn it off, 48, 45 frames per second. So again, it gives you a few more FPS. Okay, sharpen. Turning off sharpen, does that do anything? Oh, a little bit of a boost, nothing too much though. Okay, turning it on. What does that do? Oh, maybe I was mistaken. So again, turn this on or off might save you 1 or 2 FPS, but it's not really noticeable or major. So let's turn down to Vignette. Turn that off. So you can see it just has like the dark circle around your screen. I think that's more your choice, as it doesn't impact performance. And color grading, turn it on. Gives you a more warm feel. Turn it off gives you a more colder feel to the game. Oh wow, this guy's going absolutely mental, and he's on that rock there about to shoot some people down. Okay, so I'm gonna go with a more color grading on. That is my personal preference, but it doesn't change anything on performance. So talking about performance now, we're going on to this side and see here we can have the level of detail. So this will change all the detail in the background and thereof. So if you turn it all the way up, as you can see, all the trees get properly kind of equated. But look at that, you turn that all the way up and you just drop instant frames per second. I'm on 26 now, that's ridiculous. So let's turn this all the way down to 0, just out of curiosity, and look at that, bang, your frames per second is up. So what you want to do is try to find the balance between what you want to see in the distance. So what we can do is use this tree right behind us as it is, or this rock, or whatever. Okay, we can turn it up. We can see the differences on the trees here when you turn that. So look at that. Can you see all that in the background? Turn it all the way up. Look at that. That's the most difference. So you want to do that just until things look nice. Because look, as soon as you go into here, you just up and down, up and down. Oh, look at that. And I have come back into my own game. Oh, people are randomly looking around. Okay, so what we'll do is we will look at things in the distance. That's what we was on to. So, as you can see, guys, I'm doing this as live as possible. So, you change that, look at that. It all changes into the background. So what you want to do is you want to find what looks good for you. Now, to be fair, for me, this about there looks pretty decent to me. I mean, you're not really going to notice too much in the background anyway, and it still looks pretty sharp. Okay, so I've quickly jumped into a game, but I've got to hurry up with this now because I'm in Battle Royale. Okay, so this is just the detail on the floor. You can turn this all the way up and it really won't really affect too much frames per second. Well, it shouldn't do anyway. However, if you look at this, look at that. It's a new thing. Last time we turned this up on the last episode, it didn't change a single thing. Now you're on 9 frames per second. So I think I'm going to turn anisotropic filtering all the way down. There you go. 40, 50, 60, about 57 frames per second. That's pretty good. Okay, parallel mapping. I have no idea what this does. I think it's just, oh yeah, it changes the floor just a little bit, but you do lose frames per second. So you can turn it up to 1. It doesn't change anything. You can change it up to 2, and it will drop you about 5 frames per second. So let's turn that off for now. Okay, shader quality. Turn that all the way down. And yes, 97 frames per second, 95, 96 frames per second. So if you want the best in-game FPS, go no further, look at this number right here. In fact, I'm going to try and move my screen just up a little bit so you can see that number. I'll turn it around here. There you go. Look at that, 92, 97 frames, 101 frames per second. Jesus, if you turn that all the way up, look at that. Oh, look at that. Wow. I'm actually getting more frames per second. Maybe if I look down there or something, it might change. Yeah, so 66, 67 frames per second. So you want to toggle this back until things don't look so bad, so it don't look like that. So it's completely your choice. If you want like all the snow in here, then go ahead with the shadow, with the shader level. But for me, it's not too much of an issue. So I'm going to draw this back just a little bit. So about there looks good. And look at that. I've got a boost. I'm at 70. 74, 73 frames per second at the minute. Object quality, let's turn this down just a little bit. So what does that do? Okay, if I turn this all the way down, what does it give me? 73, 72, so that doesn't change anything, so keep that all the way up. Particle quality, again, I don't think that's going to change anything for me right now. Nope. Absolutely nothing, so you can keep that all the way up. Draw distance, again, if you turn that all the way down, you can see it only changes a little bit in the background. 73, 72, nothing major in the change. Max Gibbs, I wouldn't change this number right now because that is to do with the in-game physics and random things like that. I've turned that up before. I'll show you now. It doesn't give you any kind of frames per second boost anyway, but it can mess up the game a little bit. It can cause errors, that what I've been reading on forums. So it's best just to leave it where it was, so it's about 1,000. Okay, max shadow lights, turn that all the way up. Okay, it doesn't change anything, and you can turn that all the way down. Doesn't change a thing. Okay, so that was at number 1, so I'll leave it at default. So if you also click this virtual texturing, okay, watch this. You guys will be seriously impressed. Look at that, 86 frames per second, and it looks exactly the freaking same. I turn it off, okay, look at that. Nothing looks different apart from your FPS. That looks shockingly low. Turn that up when the game wants to load. Oh, 1 second. There we go. You turn it on and you'll get 83 frames per second. There is literally no change. The only thing that changes, it uses virtual texturing, so it's kind of like guessing what it should be seeing. It uses a little bit more on the CPU side. However, it gives you an incredible 10 frames per second boost. So look at that, 87 frames per second we have ended up with now, and I'm going to carry on playing this game. Let me have a look. I am here right now, and I'm going to run down here. Okay, guys, well, thank you very, very much for watching how to double your FPS whilst live playing. I'm sorry for the game keep on starting constantly, etc. But, you know, this is what happens when you try and do a live video in. Sometimes it just gets a little difficult. However, please, oh my god, things are getting serious. Okay, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment and tell me what you think. If this has helped you, then let me know. But thank you all very, very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye for now.